Welcome to Tesla Joe's, where we test everyday average Joe scenarios that you might encounter in your Tesla. Today I'm going to be showing you how to perform a rinseless car wash using ONR on your Tesla. And for our car wash today, I'll be using my Model S to demonstrate the ONR process. I've got the links to the products that I'll be using in the description below. Let's get started with the items that we're going to need for today. We're going to need our ONR. The example I have here is ONR with wax. We're going to need 2 gallons of water. We're going to need a 5-gallon bucket. We're going to need a grit guard in that bucket. We're going to need a microfiber mitt or sponge, and then some microfiber cloths. Here's the vehicle that we're going to be washing today. This is my 2015 Model S. Just giving it a once over here, showing you kind of the condition of the car, letting you see how dirty it is. As we continue to pan over different sections of the car, this is kind of a typical dirt level for my vehicle. I live in Arizona. It doesn't get too dirty. We don't have any road salts or anything like that. So even any time of the year, the vehicle's not too dirty. So this is typically what you see. A lot of water stains and small dirt spots and things like that. The part of my vehicle that gets the most dirt and grime is definitely the front nose cone, as you see. The back of the vehicle always gets extremely dirty as well. Lots of dust gets kicked up and lots of water spots on the back of the vehicle. Now we have a better idea of the dirt level of the vehicle that we'll be washing today. So let's get started. Here's our ONR, Optimum No Rinse with wax. Here's a quick look at the directions. We're going to need 1 ounce of the ONR to 2 gallons of water. I always like to give the ONR a good shake because it sits on the shelf and it settles to the bottom. What I like to do is I like to start by pouring in 1 gallon of water into my 5-gallon bucket with the grit guard in the bottom. And then I like to add the ONR. I found that each capful is about a half an ounce. So 2 capfuls will get us our 1 ounce to our 2 gallons of water, which is the appropriate mixture that ONR calls for to wash your vehicle. So we pour in the 2 half-ounce capfuls there to make our 1 ounce. At this time, what I do is I add the 2nd gallon of water into our bucket. As you can see, the ONR is becoming activated in the water there. Now that we've got our 2 gallons of water and our ONR, what I like to do is agitate the bucket a little bit, mix everything around. The really cool part about ONR is that it's very environmentally friendly. All you need is 2 gallons of water to wash your entire vehicle, and that's awesome, especially if you live in a state that has water restrictions or if you just want to be environmentally conscious. That's why I like to use ONR. Toss our microfiber mitt in the bucket there, and we're ready to go. So first you're going to want to submerge your mitt or sponge, and then you're going to want to wring it out. And you want it to be wet, but not dripping wet. So you want to wring it out just enough so that you've got a good amount of ONR and water to apply to the vehicle, but you don't want it to be dripping wet. So at this point in time, once it stops dripping, you're ready to apply the mitt to the vehicle. So here we are. We're starting on the roof of the vehicle, and for the Model S, it's glass. And you always want to start on the top of the vehicle and move down towards the bottom of the vehicle. The reason that you want to do that is because most of the dirt and grime generally is near the bottom of the vehicle, so you don't want to get that on the rest of your vehicle. ONR encapsulates the dirt on your vehicle so it won't scratch the surface. Now we move on to drying or cleaning. So you're going to take your microfiber cloth. I like the Chemical Guys cloth, which I'm using here. The Chemical Guys cloth has 2 sides to it, as you can see in the top left. One side is more absorbent than the other. So what I like to use first is the absorbent side, which has the longer fibers, and then switch over to the less absorbent side. You can see here I'm folding the cloth, and then you go back over it one more time to get all the water droplets off of your vehicle. And then you continue this process. Right now I'm getting the roof complete. After I complete the roof, I like to move on to the hood of the vehicle. And so you're going to repeat the process here for the hood. You're going to dip your microfiber cloth into your ONR with the grit guard. You're going to wring it out so that it's not dripping wet, and then you're going to apply that to your vehicle. We're watching the process here in real time. So a realistic number to wash your vehicle, or a realistic time frame to wash your vehicle, is going to depend on how fast you like to work. But from what I've found for my Model S, which mind you is a very large vehicle, it takes less than 20 minutes to do the whole thing from start to finish. Now that doesn't include the wheels. The wheels take a little bit more effort, and I'm going to show you the wheels here in a little bit. But for the body of the vehicle and the roof of the vehicle, it takes about 20 minutes. There you can see I'm switching the cloth again to get the fine water droplets off of the hood. A little trick that I like to use to extend the life of my microfiber cloth is leave the bottom border of the vehicle, as you can see here, about the bottom 6 inches to the very end of my wash cycle. Now, the front of the vehicle, as I stated, gets very dirty with road debris, bugs, things along those lines. So what I like to do on the front bumper of the vehicle is to put a lot more of the ONR solution on it, and I also like to let it sit there for a little bit. I find that letting it sit on the bumper for maybe a minute or two allows all the dirt and grime to come off on the first pass. Here I want to show a close-up of the chrome on my Model S, and you can see the fine little water droplets, and that's what I've been talking about. So at this point in time I use the other side of the microfiber cloth and get all those little water droplets off. Make sure that you don't have any water spots on your vehicle when you're done. We are now going to speed things up as we wash and clean the rest of the vehicle. One thing that I do want to mention is the more you use the ONR, or the longer that you use the ONR on a vehicle, the easier it becomes to clean. So I've been using it for about 2 years now, and over those 2 years the vehicle's become a lot easier to clean. The bugs don't stick, the dirt doesn't stick as much, the grime doesn't stick as much, and it's a lot easier to clean. Okay, now I wanted to show you guys this. This is what I was talking about before, where I left the bottom part of the car for the very end. The rest of the car is all clean. So what we do is we come back and we get the bottom portion, maybe the bottom 6 inches or so, wet again, and then we're going to dry and or clean it off. The video inlay in the top left shows why I always wait till the end to clean the bottom portion of the car. Alright, it's time to move on to the wheels. So we've got our bucket, we've got our grit guard, but I've gotten rid of the microfiber mitt. And as you can see there, I've got some really high quality underwear. I find that I use a rag or something I've got sitting around the garage that I can just throw away. My wheels aren't too dirty this time, but we'll go over it anyway. And what I've done here is I've also gotten a pair of gloves because of the brake dust and the other items that come from the wheels. It can be very dirty. Now this is sped up about 4x. The cleaning of the wheels is the longest part of cleaning my Model S. With those spokes there and all the intricate details, each wheel takes me probably 2 to 3 minutes. So doing the wheels takes me about as long as it does to do the car. Not quite, but it's pretty close. Now here we have a close-up of one of the wheels that's fairly dirty, and we use this similar process where I've got the 2 pairs of underwear that we saw before. One is soaked in the ONR and used to get the area wet, and then I grab my dry pair, a dry cloth, and wipe off the wheel. And as you can see, it gets very clean. Here we are throwing away the underwear because it's not needed anymore and it's very difficult to get the brake dust out. As you can see, the water is pretty dirty by the time that you get done, but it's not filthy. And what I want to show here is how little water waste there is. So this is my garage floor right after I was done doing the ONR clean on my Model S. As you can see, not much water at all. A few little puddles here and there, but overall, very nice. And here's the finished product. As you can see, it's got a mirror-like finish from the ONR with the wax. You can see my other vehicles in the background. You can also see the trees reflecting off of the vehicle, and it looks really, really nice. Thanks for watching Tesla Joe's ONR car wash. Please follow us on Twitter at Tesla Joe's and subscribe to our channel. For articles, you can head over to our website, averageteslaowner.com. Don't forget, all the products used today are in the description below.